I know a lot of people have been asking about this one, so let's get right into it. The UR anti-air in this game, the first ever UR anti-air in this game. So let's go all the way over here because I believe it's French. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and hit this button. So 9 UR anti-air prints, 60 circuit boards. Oh baby, I love draining my circuit boards, huh? Gotta love that. So go ahead and make these things. So I think it's much difficult to make compared to the other stuff, but it's cost 10,000 coins right there, so that's fun. Plus a 200 for making the whatchamacallit. So yeah, it's very painful. Anyways, though, I'll go do the long way because I'm not doing the shortcut way. Just show you guys how to do it. Hit the change. All right, whatever. Hit the change button. Craft that, and boom, there we go. The UR anti-air. Got print screen that for my thumbnail. Let's go ahead and look at these stats. So I'm gonna go ahead and plus 10 one right away because why not? I don't know anyone that needs that as of right now. Just toss it on to someone that's like kind of whatever. I don't know who wants this anti-air right now that doesn't need it for like anything else. I don't know. I don't think I have any ships as of right now that really needs it. I'll give it to Monarch, my favorite ship. So Monarch, hold on to this for the time being until I find something to use it for. I'm gonna go ahead and plus 10 that as well too. So smash that in. So let's go ahead and compare this gun. So a lot of people are talking about if this gun is worth making or whatever, and I made basically a TLDR on this anti-air in my Discord that you guys should join, by the way. Just letting you guys know as of right now, my Discord's in the description link as well. So the best way to compare this gun, anti-air gun, is basically with this right here, the sextuple Bofors. This is the most comparable thing as of right here. So if you guys want to think of it, or is not, or basically compares to like this one as well too. Basically, the good anti-airs in this game it's very very fast. I will say that it has a crazy fire rate. It's a 0.65 fire rate. It's really fast. Damage is pretty good too. It's much higher damage than the prototype model 990 model, whatever that thing or whatever, right? And in terms of fire rate, much faster for this one, like 0.3 seconds faster, but a little bit less damage. So honestly, it has much more range by 2. I think that's 30 right there. My eyes are deceiving me or something. But anyways, though, if you guys want to compare basically this gun right here, less damage, but has very fast fire rate. So this is actually a really good anti-air gun. Now the question is it worth making? I'll put it to you guys in a very simple way to describe it. If you guys aren't done with World 12 and 13 yet, then yes, this anti-air is very good. Now, if you're beyond that, like 14, you're done with 14 or whatever, anti-air is somewhat still important in this map, but not nearly as important as other survivability in this map. So it's not as important. As for meta fights or whatever, not much anti-air is required at all, so it's kind of negligible there. Dido AA is still superior in that aspect because it gives firepower, which is why I slot on basically all my battleships. So there is that. And as for Operation Siren, there are a few carrier fights that are pretty annoying, like the jellyfish from the Abyss Seas or whatever you call them, the Abyssal Sirens. And sometimes you get a carrier in Siren Strongholds as well too. That's pretty annoying. But overall though, like you don't really need anti-air for those fights. You just need damage. Just blow all your load and basically knock out those bosses. So it's not nearly as important. You only want to get big value out of this anti-air if you use it for World 12 and 13. Now here's the thing. This is a very steep investment to go into. It costs UR anti-air. It costs 9 of them actually. And it costs 60 circuit boards. I kind of regret making that now, but showing it for YouTube content, so there's that. It's a big hassle to get. Very big hassle. Not only I go into like PR as well too, to shortcut it, you also gotta do like some other like weird method of crafting it or whatever. If I go back to the anti-air, like you can craft it by going the long way, which is probably a pain in the ass as well too, or just get the PR because this is from PR or whatever to make this. it's too much of a hassle. And if you're doing PR stuff, again, you're probably not going to have leftovers, so whatever. Not to mention, it costs 9 UR prints. Now, if you have universal prints, these are not worth getting into. If it was any other stat along with anti-air, 65 anti-air, it was like 30 firepower, 30 hits, like this the Stag Bofors and the Dido Twin 134 anti-air. This would be really, really good to make. But because it's pure anti-air, it costs 9 anti-air. It is not worth using your universal prints on. It is not. You're better off saving those for like Wyverns or some other important rainbow gear that isn't the anti-air. This gun mainly serves to be used in World 12 and 13. And again, by the time you are able to craft this gun, you're probably done World 13. I'm not going to lie. You're probably done World 13 because getting nine of these naturally is going to take a while. Not to mention, World 12 and 13 is like basically 120 ships. By the time you get into like actually starting OS and doing all those stuff, we can farm these consistently because you got to do like Abyss Sirens and Arbiters to get these prints or whatever. You're probably done with World 13 already. So making these at this point is negligible. If you somehow have a reason to make these, by all means go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But overall, though, most players don't really need this anti-air. If you're a new mid-game player, you're probably not going to be able to get to this anti-air in time to have much use out of it. And if you're an end-game player, there is no use for this anti-air as of right now. You're better off with Stag Bofors or Dido AAs for most of your end-game content like meta fights and hard arbiters. So that is the TLDR of this anti-air. Kind of disappointed. I wanted some firepower or some hit on it, specifically firepower. But it is what it is, though. Maybe one day, maybe World 15 or new arbiters are carriers where you need a lot of anti-air. These will come pretty important. But until then, though, these are not that important. Not to mention, plus 13 costs like, what, 360 anti-air prints? That is not worth it. So, yeah, not a great anti-air by all means. But pretty shiny, rainbow, right? So anyways, though, that is the end of that video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.